over here.
Yep.
So what can we expect this next season?
Absolutely nothing. I'm only coming in for coffee and then I'm leaving.
As long as someone makes the coffee for you.
Yeah, well, I have people who do
Yeah,
that.
I heard you can't cook.
Oh, no, not really. No. Yeah, women should cook on the island. That was real. I thought that's just
I'm
a joke.
surprised you didn't get booed out of the place.
No, everybody took it. I didn't mean it like a chauvinistic way. It was just like someone there to cook for me. Totally loved it though. It was well, it's gonna be Malcolm and Thea and what happens in the future. It's going to be one of the most dysfunctional yet amazing relationships that you're going to come across. I think the fans are going to be shocked and thrilled at the same time with what's going to happen.
So Thea has now taken kind of a step to the dark side by getting into the car.
I'm not bad.
Okay, a little bit.
I'm misunderstood.
But the way that, is it because the loss of the son, is that why you feel like the character really wants to grab onto Thea?
Well, after Tommy died, it was then alluded to that, until we found out that then Thea was Malcolm's daughter.
Right.
Malcolm had two people at that time after Tommy died still in his life. That was Moira and Thea, because Moira, although now is gone, Malcolm loved Moira. This is me as Malcolm talking because that's how I make it work for myself. He loved her because she would wind him up. She would say to him, "If you mess with my children, I will kill you." He, knowing that she always knew the secret that she kept with him, because then she must have really kind of liked him in a way to keep that secret from his own wife, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? So there was that kind of thing going on. She's gone. Thea's all that Malcolm has left. Thea is all that Malcolm has left, so he's going to try to grab that. He lost Tommy because he could not control emotions, right? He lost Moira because she emotionally gave herself up. She sacrificed herself, which is an emotional thing. Malcolm can control with money, violence, and destruction. He can't control people's emotions. This is what he's got to learn how to do, and this is what he's going to try to do with Thea.
Now, Stephen a minute ago was over here saying that he felt bad because you guys had really only done 2 scenes face-to-face, and one of them they were cut up.
They were cut.
But he said he's really chomping at the bit to mix it up with you. How do you feel about what you have been able to do?
Totally the same. It's difficult because when you're a nemesis, when you're as the show sees good and bad, but I see good and good, good and misunderstood. And I think that's why the fans like Malcolm so much, because I play him that way. I play him as somebody who has really got a mission, but it's like, oh my God, it's going wrong for him. What's happening? And that's why they're liking it. But I do want to get together with that but they're not going to put us together right away, because if they do, it's like the love relationship. Once, this is really a bad analogy, but I'm going to do it. Once Ross and what's her name on Friends got together, you're like, okay, they've done it now.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go. So maybe it'll be this season, maybe it'll be next season, who knows? But I do want to do there'll be small stuff that I'm sure we'll do together, and there'll be more fights, but it'll just be interesting to see how he handles the Thea situation. And I mean that as Oliver. Because I'm just going to stir it up. Or will I know that he knows? Move.
Some representations of gay people in the superhero genre have been pretty non-existent until now. There has been a show that's broken through with that. But as the actor playing a kick-ass role, how does it feel to be sort of working from both sides and changing that visibility?
Well, it's for me. When I started working, I never thought that I'd become kind of somebody who was looked up to because of who I am and what I do. I am exceptionally proud to be an openly gay man and also an actor. However, it's the letters that I receive, the things that I've got from people who are in the situation looking up to me. And before with Captain Jack, with Doctor Who and Torchwood, when we did all that stuff with Captain Jack, we did it not thinking that it would have such. That's kind of a lie. We knew it would have a great impact, but we didn't do it to make the impact. If that makes sense. We did it because it was real. Because Russell took who I was as a real person and kind of put a lot of that into Captain Jack. And that was why, I'm not bisexual. Captain Jack, we say, is omnisexual, but in the stories he was with more men than he was with women, right? So for me, I just have to say I'm proud. I'm proud to be someone who is looked at because of the work that they are doing and not just because of who I have sex with. And that's really important to me because we don't judge someone like Steven or, someone like Willa, in that aspect. So why should I be judged any differently? What I do in my bedroom is my business, and if I choose to talk about it, so be it. But it doesn't make my work any different. It doesn't define who I am as an artist in that way. Did that make sense at all?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Are we going to see any more theater or get any more music out of you?
Well, I've just released a new album in the UK that's been released over here also, and it's available on Amazon.com or iTunes. The album is called You Raise Me Up. My fans funded the whole thing, so I was able to do music that I wanted to do instead of being forced by a record company. And it's probably the best album I've ever done. It's my 5th one, and it's been in the charts in the UK for the last 4 or 5 weeks, in the top 20, just fluctuating up and down, which is really awesome. Because who would have thought? Who would have thought that it would be doing so well? Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.